Hi everybody, Key Tarot here. This is for the signs of Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, so air signs, for the week of September 18th through, I guess, what would that be? Do the math on that. The 25th, around there, somewhere around there. Let's say a quick blessing. Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us each day and every breath that we take. Thank you for making your presence in our lives known, and please, we ask that you guide our hands, our hearts, our minds, and our wills to work your path in our lives each and every day. Amen. Alrighty, with that being said, what do we have for air signs for this week? Thank you. Three of Swords. What? Three of Swords? Guys, what's happening? Three of Swords. This is the Tarot of Azathoth. Azathoth, yeah. Very cool deck. But Three of Swords speaks of heartache and grief and pain. It can come from separation from someone that you love. You may have lost someone that was dear to you, and I'm sorry if that is the case. It could be an energy that you're working through. Let's find out a little bit more. I've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is choosing to unblock yourself or unblock someone else, to kind of come out of hiding. I always think of the Eight of Swords as someone who's sort of, it's kind of like the ostrich with their head buried in the sand. I don't want to deal with it today. I'm procrastinating. It's too much for me to deal with. Or it can be feelings of that other person or that situation is a little too much for me to deal with right now. I would rather just block it all out. Whenever we have it in the reverse, though, it can indicate that you or someone else is ready to start talking about something, maybe. All right, let's look. That's a good sign. Hold on, that's too many. Let me put them back in. I know it takes a minute to shuffle, but you have to decide how you feel about things, right? Thank you. Six of Swords. Interesting. That's moving forward. It's starting a journey, going somewhere else. Basically, with the Six of Swords, we have three figures in the boat, but they're taking only the things that are the most important with them. Only the most important things. Those swords kind of represent the knowledge and the wisdom that they have learned over the years. And they're kicking out from these sort of murky, algae-filled waters out into much calmer seas. Much more peace. There's a lot more peace there. All right, let's see if we can get one more out for you, and then I'm going to come back in with a couple more decks, and we will clarify what's happening. I got the Death card out here now. Putting an end to something. It looks like it was time. This is good news. Let's see, one more out, because I want to know what's coming after this Death. I gotta be honest, air signs, it's a little heavy. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. What? All right, let's get into this. All right, that was the Tarot of Azathoth. Very, very cool deck, by the way. Let's come in and clarify with the traditional Rider-Waite real quick. What is this Three of Swords about? Guys, I don't like this feeling for you, although I see you're moving on. It almost feels like with a heaviness, with like a heavy heart, though. And I'm sorry, but you know, sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes in life, that's the way it feels. So let's find out, what is this Three of Swords about? I got the Moon in reverse. Okay, Moon in reverse, somebody hasn't been telling the truth about something, whether it's you, yourself, or someone else. And these issues are coming up to the surface almost cyclically is what I'm hearing. And it's like it's now time to deal with it. And it looks like you are dealing with it. And dealing with it has caused some pain. And sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes it is the way it goes. What's this Eight of Swords here? Eight of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Wands. We got two eights there. This may have been something that you've been dealing with for some time. There's been some miscommunication here with another person or in some kind of situation. And if there's been a delay in discussion, that's what that Eight of Swords is. Somebody's blocked, whether it's through technology, like when you block somebody on social media, or someone is being blocked from being able to speak to you, or you to them. Feeling restricted. Okay. Unable to talk about things, unable to express how you're feeling. All right, what is the Six of Swords? I'm glad to see that you're moving forward. Justice, good. Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Interesting stuff, kids. This is telling me that things are starting to even out somehow. The scales are being balanced. While things can be fair, it doesn't mean that they always feel good somehow. I have the Five of Pentacles here and the Four of Pentacles. What's super interesting is when they come in combination like this, when we choose to hold on to something like for dear life, it can put us into this state of restriction, because these two are outside this beautiful church building, and they're looking inside at how warm and beautiful and cozy it is inside, how awful it is outside. But as far as I recall, they don't lock churches. You can go in anytime. That's the purpose of them. And so when you keep yourself in this state of restriction by refusing to move forward in some kind of situation, it can enable this type of situation in your life where all of a sudden you're in a state of feeling left out, where I could have gotten in at some point, but I just had to be right. I just had to hold on to something. There it is. I just had to hold on to something. I just had to be right. Okay, air signs. This is what's interesting, is I have a change happening. Okay, and what did I say earlier? Just because it's fair doesn't mean it feels good. Okay. All right, clear as mud to me. What do we have to say about this Death card? Death card is the card of Scorpio, but it's a card that says, with great painful transformation, the pain of transformation that is death. All right, that's what it speaks of. Thank you. Oh, looky here though. We've got the Temperance card. We've got 10 of Pentacles here, and now I've got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting, we've got 10 of Pentacles twice here. This is good news. You're starting to kind of get clear about how you feel about things in whatever this situation is. There's a need for healing, and there's a need for balance. Things have not been balanced in the past at all. Very, very similar, this Justice card is to this 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is about balance. It's about reciprocity. It's about equal give and take. Things, while they're starting to balance out for you, it's taken a lot of tempering. Tempering is what we do to steel whenever we want to harden it, right? We go from one to another. This Angel of Temperance is pouring from one cup to another. When we temper steel, we go from the hot to the cold, from the hot to the cold, until we get it to the consistency that we want, to the strength that we want, the strength that it needs to be. And that is what we're being asked to look at with this Death card. You have to put an end to things that are wishy-washy, things that are not hardening, things that are not strengthening, whatever this connection is, because there is something worth fighting for here. This 10 of Pentacles is all about your physical and financial stability. It's about your home life, okay? And now I've got the 10 of Pentacles over here in reverse at the very end. And what is that about? Thank you. I got the Page of Wands and the Tower. So the Page of Wands can be fast-moving communication. Pages are messengers. They can also be children, but in this case, we have some kind of message that comes in and brings with it this Tower. And that is what causes the crumbling of this faulty foundation with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You are actually being asked, I see what this is now. You're actually being asked to take a really hard look at possibly finances, possibly could be a relationship, something that is, it needs to be looked at for tempering, for your own safety, your own benefit. I have someone in this connection who they're having a hard time letting go of something, whether it's maybe being right, okay? Things needing to be fair, things having to be even all the time. Guess what? Life's not always like that, and relationships aren't always either. It's not always equal give and take as much as we wish it would. Sometimes somebody has to give a little bit more sometimes, and sometimes they have to do it for a while. I know, tough. So we have a Tower that's coming now. We have a Tower that's coming towards the end of this. which shakes you up. Okay, now let's find out a little bit more for air signs, how you're feeling about this and how you're dealing with it. That was the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. This is the Star Power Tarot deck. Very cool deck as well. I want to know, with this Three of Swords here, whatever has caused you all this pain and what these underlying issues are that are being asked to look at are. Specifically to you, thank you. I have the World card here. This is everything. You're being asked to look at everything. This is heavy. The World card is that final culminating card that comes from closing one chapter, shelving that book, and then getting the next volume down. So it's major. This is a major change. Okay, you're being asked to look at everything. There could be quite a bit of instability in your life that you perhaps didn't even notice until recently, and now you're being asked to address it. What is this Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, both in reverse combo here? Thank you. Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords again. So again, this is good news, because when you start giving me doubles like this, you've already done that with the Ten of Pentacles here. Now we've got it with the Three of Swords twice. This tells me you're starting to get very clear about how you're feeling about things in your own mind, and I like that. This Nine of Pentacles in reverse is a very codependent energy. It's a very needy energy. It's attention seeking. It can be naggy. It can be kind of clingy energy. And whatever this is that you're being asked to look at, it's again causing the same heartache that it caused the last time. This is what I was saying. It's very cyclical with this moon. It's an underlying issue that you need to look at within yourself or within another person. There's been a lot of miscommunication about this. There's been a lack of communication as well. Somebody here is afraid of telling the truth about how they feel. Someone is afraid that they may, somebody's not that much fun to deal with in this situation, and it almost feels like it's easier to just be quiet than to express how you really feel. Okay, now what is this Six of Swords section that we're moving on from? Like, how is this getting better is what I want to know, because it does seem to be progressing towards change. I got the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is the Seven of Wands in reverse is no longer believing that you necessarily have the upper hand. It's like when you are so close in a relationship that you can't even remember what you were fighting about. Who's supposed to be right in this situation? Am I right? I don't remember what we're even arguing about. That kind of thing. But it's definitely the desire for less drama in your life, less arguing in your life. And somebody in this situation is going to have to say, you know, it's not fair. It doesn't feel good. But in order for us to move on from whatever this conflict is, somebody's going to have to throw in the towel, and they're going to have to say, okay, you win this time. You get to win. Congratulations. But you got to do it in a nice way. You can't say it like that. Otherwise, they're not going to believe you. All right. What else? Thank you. I've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Darn it all. Okay, so the Queen of Wands in reverse is, again, very similar to that Nine of Pentacles energy in reverse, which is kind of this needy, I have to have all the attention. I need everybody to pay attention to me specifically. It's not somebody that's fun to live with. They can definitely be someone who needs to be right, but it comes from a place of insecurity, okay? And that is someone who is also prone to impulsive behavior and making choices that can later lead to powder keg situations. I hope that this isn't you this week. And if it's somebody that's crossing your environment, I'm sorry that that person is. All right, so just keep these things in mind as we're talking about them here. I don't know how this relates to this Five and Four of Pentacles here. I've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. We got a lot of wands here, and we got the Judgment in reverse now. Very interesting. We have a very interesting situation now. Air signs, you guys are really thoughtful. You're very, very smart. You're very intellectual. And there is a big part of air signs that likes for things to be even. Now, Gemini is the lovers, and Aquarius is the star, and Libra is justice, which we have right here in the center of this reading. And now we have the Judgment card. And now we also have the Six of Pentacles over here in reverse, and Judgment's in reverse here too. Someone, I mean, and we can get really, obviously there's an imbalance here, and obviously it feels unfair. Obviously it feels like someone is getting away with things that they shouldn't. It feels like someone is acting impulsively all the time. I hear all the time, constantly, and it's driving somebody bananas, but they don't feel like they can talk about it. This Knight of Wands in reverse next to, and we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. We could be talking about a family dynamic here, but it speaks of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may have somebody like this. This Temperance card is the card of Sagittarius as well. You may have a fire sign in your environment that's causing this upheaval, but the energies behind the card specifically is it can be promiscuous and non-committal, and somebody who is just kind of all over the place, and somebody who needs a tremendous amount of attention, almost like a toddler. Woo! Somebody who's prone to making poor judgment calls. What is this Death card? Yep. I got the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Kids, why? The Empress in reverse is somebody who is not taking care of things. And oftentimes the Empress in reverse is someone who's not feeling a sense of nurturing within herself. Like she may feel like too much is being asked of her. Maybe she feels like she can't keep all those balls up in the air, you know? But it's someone who's behaving badly, acting out, perhaps. This Death card, and the Empress is also the card of Virgo, if that rings a bell for you. What is this ending here? This Death card and these Ten of Pentacles. Thank you. I got the King of Swords out here. Now we got a lot of people on here. King of Swords is our air sign king. We may have a conflict here between a masculine air sign, possibly an earth sign female or a fire sign female. Doesn't have to be. Somebody is ready to tell the truth, and they are ready to tell it loud and proud, and they're ready to take control of the situation. The question is, will they be allowed to, if they are given, if they have the opportunity to, will they be given it? There's some kind of part of this relationship or situationship that we're talking about here where there's not an equal sharing, there's not an equal give and take to responsibilities and to the energy of the space, the household, the environment, whether this is work or home related, I'm not sure. It's like somebody says there needs to be an end to this instability, and it has to be looked at. These underlying issues that have been going on for some time, you're being asked to shelve this entire chapter, volume of your life and start something else. I got the Knight of Swords in reverse now. Two Knights in reverse. Now I got the Two of Swords in reverse. This Knight of Swords in reverse is somebody who speaks without thinking. We have two Knights in reverse here. Right, and the Judgment in reverse is right between the two of them. Okay. We may have two people in this connection who are behaving badly. I don't know. But what I know with this Knight of Swords is we have people who are not speaking with kind words to one another. They're not thinking before they say things, and this is causing damage. It could be causing damage in the environment. That could be what this Tower is, and that could be what that Death card is. All right. Let's find out what this Two of Swords in reverse, though. I have someone who's really struggling to make a decision. It's like a do I stay or do I go now? If I stay, if I go, there will be trouble, but if I stay, there will be double. Oh my. Well, here's the truth. You know how it's gone in the past. And you know, or someone else knows what these underlying issues are and just won't talk about it. And you've been seeing these same consistencies, this need to hold on to things, this need to be right. non-committal energies, poor judgments, things that have led to financial insecurity. It's like one person in this group is trying so hard to build wealth, the other person can't do anything but spend it. It's causing dysfunction. Someone's trying to end a lot of things. Someone's trying to work hard to balance this, temper it out. Someone's trying hard to fix these heartaches, while I have someone else who is not paying attention, and a tower is about to happen here. Someone else is having a hard time making the decision to leave. And now I got the Magician in reverse. Magician in reverse is a shady character, but just like that Empress in reverse, it can be someone who feels like they don't have a lot of options. And so it's like, well, nothing I have done in the past has worked, so he's the kind of person that would turn to black magic. You know, I'm not saying that you or someone else around you is turning to black magic. I don't think that's even a thing anymore. I hope it's not. But the Magician in reverse is someone whose spell work isn't working out well for them. It comes from a place of insecurity, okay? And it comes from, I hear beating a dead horse. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how well-intentioned you are. If the situation's just not going to get any better, it's not going to get any better. And that is where the Death card comes in here, where you're being asked to let go of maybe an entire relationship. And that's where this Two of Swords comes in the reverse. Real challenging decision. So if this is you, man, I do not envy you. And I'm so sorry. It looks very stressful to me, but it looks like something you've been dealing with for quite a while, and you're kind of used to it. You've kind of resigned yourself to it almost, and I really don't like hearing that from you, for you. I don't. I think that you deserve to be happy. I don't like this heartache, grief, and pain, this three of Swords energy for you. It's just painful in every way, right? Well, I love you guys. I do. And I wish you the best, and I'll catch up with you soon. But that was your reading for air signs. I'm hoping that next week, y'all are doing better. We'll just keep on keeping on, and you got to make some decisions, it looks like. And it doesn't look like they're easy decisions to make, but you're smart. What was I saying? Air signs, you guys, you lead with your head, with that mental body, and you will find a way to make this work for you. Okay. All right. Lots and lots of love to you. Thank you so much for being with me. If you want to book a personal reading, all that information is down in the boxes below. All right. Good luck, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.